Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you, right? That's what we're going to be talking about here today, right? It's a very, very important topic because I feel like a lot of people in life are sitting around and waiting and hoping that something is going to change in their life. And the reality is like change isn't something that comes to you. Change is something that you create. All right. So we're going to take a dive into this here today. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is MJ the Mastermind, and this channel focuses on personal development and law of attraction and all things in between. Okay. So when it comes to the topic of nobody is coming to save you, man, the most important thing to understand is the topic of responsibility. And, one of my favorite books, one of the most, what I think is one of the most and best personal development books of all time is The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. And in The Success Principles by Jack Canfield, the very first chapter is on responsibility and the importance of taking responsibility for your life, owning your decisions, your actions, your habits, and understanding that where you are today is a reflection of you. Okay? Where you are in your life today is a reflection of you. And the reason why responsibility is so important is because it gives you back your power. Okay? Because when you aren't responsible for something, you don't have power over it. Like if you're saying that you're not responsible, right, and it's not your fault, or the reason that these things happen are because of this situation, or because of this person, or because of this and that, man, what happens is you become a victim. Okay? And the victim mentality never leads to greatness. It never leads to success. It never leads to anything, meaningful. Okay? So the first thing is you got to take responsibility, y'all. And I know that, for instance, like maybe something has happened in your life where it may not be your fault. Okay? It may not be your fault specifically, but what you have to understand is that your life is your responsibility. So although something may not be your fault, at the end of the day, it's still your responsibility to put yourself in the position that you need to be in to get to where you want to go. Okay? So responsibility in getting rid of that victim mentality is foundational. It's critical. It's the first step, y'all. And it can be difficult for people because they've been lying to themselves for so long. You may have been lying to yourself for years, and you have created this pendulum, or you have created this belief or this mindset that it's not your fault. It's not your responsibility. It's your parents' fault. It's this person. It's this relationship. It's all of these different things. But as long as you continue to have that victim mindset, you're basically saying life happens to me, right? You become a reactor of life and not a creator of life. Okay? And you want to create your life, not react to life. All right? Now, once you have taken the step and you have taken responsibility and you realize that, man, you take full ownership, you take full responsibility, and the next thing is you got to find clarity. Okay? You got to have clarity. Because, again, nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to direct your life. Nobody is coming to tell you what the movie of your life looks like. Now, if you do not become a creator of life, if you're not intentional, if you do not have clarity of vision, then yeah, life will just be chosen for you. And you just become another NPC, another cog in the machine. Right? But if you truly want to create your own destiny and choose the life that you want, like, you have to be intentional. You have to take responsibility, right? Now, like I said, clarity. Now, when it comes to clarity, is like you got to know what you want. Because if you don't know what you want, then you're not really clear on the direction that you're moving in through life, right? You become a feather in the wind. So you got to have clarity of direction, and clarity of direction starts from having clarity of what it is that you want. What in your life do you want to accomplish? And the only way that you could figure it out is if you really sit down and have those deep conversations with self. Okay, you really sit down, ask yourself the tough questions. And one of the great ways that you could do this is by asking yourself, yeah, what do I want? But at the same time, asking yourself, why do I want it? That's one question I feel like people don't ask enough, is why do you want it? Right? Because when you ask yourself why you want something, you really get to a deeper level and a deeper layer of where that desire comes from. And then it could provide you more meaning. It could provide you more meaning. And somebody out there may be struggling to find out like what it is that they do want. Okay? But one of the ways you can find out what it is that you want is by asking yourself, what is it that I don't want? Because once you have clarity on what you don't want, a lot of times that gives you clarity on what it is that you do want. Right? So, man, that's the next step, is you want to have clarity of vision. Right? Because then you take back control of your life. You don't let life decide for you what you want your life to look like. Okay? Listen, y'all, like your life's not gonna change until you change it. Okay? And these are the steps that you need to take. Okay? And a lot of people procrastinate. A lot of people procrastinate just in life in general, and are waiting around because, listen, you have to understand that, like, you're not designed to be successful. Like, you're not designed to be disciplined. Like, you're not designed to be a high-level individual. As human beings, we were programmed for comfort and safety. So everything is really based on survival, but we're running on an outdated system. Because the system that we were designed on was from thousands and thousands of years ago, when, we were roaming the planets, scavenging for food amongst wild animals. So survival was more critical back then. So it's very, very important to understand, like, you're wired for survival and safety. So you have to be really, really intentional with reprogramming yourself to become somebody that is prioritizing growth over safety. Because you can't have both at the same time. You can't have growth and safety at the same time. All right? Now, when I talk about procrastination, again, a lot of people are just waiting. Because the reason why they're waiting is because waiting is easier. Waiting is comfortable. A lot of times people have a tough decision to make in their lives, and sometimes they just wait around because it's easier to have life make the decision for you than you make the decision and have to deal with the consequences. So a lot of people are just sitting around waiting, right? And not necessarily waiting for somebody to come save them, but a lot of times people are just waiting for life to make the decisions for them. And again, like, when you have that mindset, you become a reactor of life and not a creator. Okay? And that's a very, very dangerous place to be. Right? And every day you wait, every day you don't take that step in the direction of your aligned self. Right? You're either putting deposits into the bank account of your ideal self, or you're taking withdrawals. And every day that you are just waiting and letting life make the decisions for you, you're taking withdrawals away from your ideal self and your ideal life. Okay? So, y'all, it's very, very important. Right? It's very important that you take responsibility. You have clarity of vision. Okay? And you become a creator, not a reactor. Like, make the decisions. Don't let life make them for you. Because, like, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody cares about your success, your accomplishment, your achievement more than you. Okay? So from this day forward, take responsibility. Take responsibility. Decide what it is that you want. Okay? And live in alignment with that. Become a creator. All right, y'all. Peace, love, and abundance. MJ the Mastermind checking out. Until the next one. Like, comment, subscribe.